Welcome back to the Little Black Shade Tree. I'm Shelly and today we are going to be making this. It is a photography light box and it will make a world of a difference in your photography if you are taking pictures of things that are about this big or smaller. My fondant figurines will be going in here, so I'm excited about that, but you can put anything in here if you have an Etsy store or you might like to make crafts or anything else. This is what you need, so I'm going to show you how to make it right now. Alright, so here are the materials you're gonna need. You're gonna need 5 poster boards, the foam kind. You want the nice thick foam kind, and these are 20 by 30 inches. You need 5, but I got 6 because you never know when something bad's gonna happen. Anyway, you also need lightweight interfacing. You can find this in the fabric department of Walmart or wherever else. It will give a nice, like a soft box effect. Now I've heard that people use tracing paper a lot and it's really successful. And that's great, but if you've got kids or you're worried about bumping it at all, it's gonna tear. So this is a much more sturdy and surefire way to do it. And since I'm using interfacing, which is a form of fabric, I brought my fabric scissors to cut it with because I don't want to ruin my paper scissors. They're worth like 50 cents, but I still don't want to ruin them when I have fabric scissors here to cut it. Now you'll also want a regular floppy poster board. Then you'll definitely want white, and you want to use the matte side, not the shiny side. You want the matte side, and this is going to rest inside the light box, so you don't have that corner edge line right across the bottom. You don't want that. So we want a nice, beautiful look behind our object. And it's also a really good idea to get black as well. So not everything looks great on a white background. Some things look great on a black background. So it's great to pick up a black one as well. You'll also want some masking tape and you want a desk lamp. So this is all under $15. This was a little bit more. This actually, I only paid like $7 for this. You're gonna want at least 2 of these, one for each side of your box to shine the light in. And I love this. And I mean, seriously, like it was like $7 and it says it's a long-lasting LED that never needs to be replaced. So that's a win-win. Anyway, you can also get a third light if you have something that comes down from above, or you could put it under your ceiling light or something like that. But anyway, so if you don't have one of these at home, go ahead and pick them up. They're really inexpensive, but I'm sure many of you already do have at least one of these at home. I had one and I went and grabbed one more. So that's what you need. Let's get started. So I'm going to put this on the bottom and we're going to get started cutting our foam pieces of board. We want this to be a nice, perfect square. So we want it to be 20 inches by 20 inches. And since this says it's 20 by 30, I am going to take off 10 inches on the long side. It's nice and easy if you have a yardstick, but I'm not sure where mine is, and I don't honestly need it because all I need is 10 inches. I don't need to measure out 20 inches. All I have to do is measure out the 10 inches I want to take off. Now that we have our board marked, trust me when I say don't use paper scissors on foam cardboard. It makes a total mess of your project and it looks bad. So I recommend getting a box cutter, or what I happen to have on handy was an X-Acto knife. So I'm going to be using my old banged up X-Acto knife. And we don't want to slice through our dining room table, so I'm going to put my cutting board under here. Once you have all your pieces cut out, we are going to cut in some windows on 3 sides, each side and the top. So my interfacing is 18 inches wide. So I need to make sure that the hole is at least a good portion inside of those measurements. So I'm gonna go ahead and make mine. I'm gonna do 12 inches by 12 inches. I think that's pretty good. I take that back. I'm gonna make this 9 by 12. That seems to be a really good size here. Here's our first window. I'm gonna cut it out. Alright, that X-Acto knife is pretty dull, so I'm switching it out for a sharper knife, and this should go much smoother. Yeah. There we go. Now instead of measuring the whole time, I am going to just use this as my template. All right, now that we have our windows cut out, we're gonna pick one of the other pieces and make it the bottom. And then we're going to start to tape them together. I'm gonna keep this sticker outside. Oop. Actually, I can, there. That way I can tape my little snafu down. All right, now we're gonna tape down the sides like so. Actually, I'm going to do a couple supports and then I'm going to tape it all the way down the edge. Now I'm going to tape down the sides. Make sure it's a 90-degree angle and then wrap it over. All right, there's our first corner. Now break out your last piece and we are going to put it on the back here. All right, the structure is all ready to go, as you can see, and now we are going to cover the windows with our interfacing. So instead of cutting out a bunch of holes, you can actually just drape it all the way across, like this. It's pretty wide on here, so I might actually cut it down about here. And just tape it on. Alrighty, this is looking good. So I'm going to show you how this piece fits inside. It's probably going to be too, yep, it's a little too wide. So I'm going to cut it down just a smidge. And here is where the paper scissors come in handy. Alrighty, slip this in here like this. There we go. It doesn't always stay up real nice like this, so it's perfectly okay to use some tape at the top because it's not going to be seen. If you are a little nervous about the tape being seen, you can always double it over and put it on the inside and not tape from the outside. Because I do have to admit, it would be easier in Photoshop to remove the thin line between the two boards than it would be to remove the tape. So it's up to you. So you're going to put your object right in here and put your lamps here, here, and optionally up here, ideally. And I'll show you what it looks like. All right, that is it. Super easy, super quick, and super inexpensive for those of you who don't want to spend well over $100 on Amazon. So I'm really excited about this. You can use it for just about anything as long as it's about, you know, this big or smaller. And it makes a world of a difference in your photography. So if you have an Etsy store or you just make cool little things or you're trying to sell stuff, this is what you want. I will be using it on my little fondant creations, the 3-minute mini series. So I'm really excited to get my first fondant creations in here so I can take beautiful photos. Don't forget to get a black poster board in here too, and make sure you use the matte side. You want the matte side facing out. And good luck. Thanks again for watching. I'm Shelly, the little black shade tree, and please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.